welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Again, it is March 28th, Tuesday. It's in the evening. I just did a reading on the Tennessee school shooting, and I want to follow up on that with one person in particular. It's the representative of that district in Tennessee, Andy Ogles, or Ogles. There was a picture apparently taken on a Christmas card, of all things, showing he and his family brandishing automatic weapons. And obviously, to any decent moral person in this world, that card didn't age very well, did it? So when asked, and I'm sure he offered his thoughts and prayers to the victims of this, which is all well and good, but as a lawmaker, and of a lawmaker of that district, he has more power than just thoughts and prayers. Now, doesn't he? He actually has the ability to do something about this. Welcome to your key, one of the key moments in your life, Andy. Welcome to it. Now, when asked about that card, his response was, are you a little bit embarrassed by this card now? His response was something akin to, why would I be embarrassed about supporting the Second Amendment? Andy. You're out there with automatic weapons on a Christmas card, for God's sake. What message is that sending? You pose and glorify these guns, and then when somebody uses a gun to murder other people, you want to act like your actions didn't contribute to that? They absolutely did. And just because I'm that kind of guy, I went ahead and Googled up things that made Jesus mad, because, this makes me mad too. And one of the parts that came out is this little quote here, and I'll read it to you, because I was thinking about the hypocrisy of it, and this part of it, things that made Jesus mad, was actually use the word hypocrisy. So I'm going to use that as my sign that I'm going to read this to you. It's from Matthew 23, verses 25 through 32 as a reference. It says, Jesus famously calls out the hypocrisy by saying they washed the outside of the cup but ignored the inside. They cared more about what people thought of them, that they would appear to be righteous. In doing so, they ignored the dirtiness of their heart. In other words, they ignored what was more important for the sake of appearances. This card is all about appearances. This is about owning the libs and Second Amendment and guns and appearing to be a tough guy and pro-gun and everything like that. And you're not taking my guns away. And not once considering the victims of that gun violence. And those victims range from the people that were killed to their families, to their friends, their classmates, their co-workers, their neighbors, their extended family, and the community around them. That's a pretty big ripple effect. And to come across when basically challenged on that and just say, well, it's just the Second Amendment. Why would I be embarrassed by that? Man, that's going to be an embarrassing life review moment for you, my friend. So, Andy, I had to say an extra special prayer to not get mad. I can see I'm failing here. But I wanted to find out a little bit more on Andy Ogles in this current event. How is he currently feeling about his position in this situation? Is he going to toe the Republican line, or is he actually going to do something? You'll forgive the pun, but it says, come to Jesus moment. Now, wouldn't it be nice for all of us to have such an obvious moment where you can choose, your religious or spiritual choice, or just being a decent person versus, keeping your position in Congress. To me, it's a really easy choice. But apparently to other people, it's not. Okay. But God, to me, that's a real easy one. I could live with my life review coming up with gun legislation. I could easily live with that. Okay, so Andy, but that's me, not Andy. Andy, what are you going to do? How are you feeling? Andy, how are you feeling at the moment? Okay, let's see. Secrets. He's not going to say. You can ask him. He may tell you, but right now I think that's a great card. It's actually a great card because, he's got a choice. The Pearl of Wisdom is on her head. And, it's a time to choose. Are you going to choose the darkness or the light? Okay, it's a good start. Then we've got the dark money. This is going to be the contributions from the gun lobby, the NRA, and things along those lines to your account that keep you in the position of congressman. We've got this huge disappointment, this betrayal of trust, as it were, heartbreaking act, and then this battle weariness. So, and then underneath it are the agreements. Okay. He's in a pickle. He's in a pickle. You've got the wise thing to do, but which wisdom is he going to choose? Is he going to choose the wise thing to keep his job in Congress? Or is he going to choose the wise thing that would look at the bigger picture items? And there's disappointment. And I suspect that might be disappointment for us. I don't think we're anybody who looks at the decency of this event and the good that can come out of it. I think we're going to be disappointed. Again, because he's weighing money versus having to the work that would be involved with it. It's easier to do nothing. Basically what that's telling me is he's not going to do anything because it's easier to do nothing. And that's going to be due to previous agreements that he's made. This is going to be his donors. And this is going to be the Republican Party and the NRA and all that stuff. I have very little hope that he's going to go the other way around and forge an alliance with anti-gun activists on this one. But I'm okay being wrong on that one. This one, I'm really, really okay on being wrong with it. Okay, so that's kind of his situation right now. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do, what pearl of wisdom he can pull out of this one, because he's in a bad spot. A bad spot of his own making. It's one thing to be pro-gun and all this stuff, but to have that Christmas card out there, that puts him in an indefensible position. There you go. There's your Knight of Wands. That's an indefensible position he's put him in. He cannot defend what he's done. And so he doesn't try. He deflects. Oh, what's wrong with the Second Amendment? Don't be obtuse. That's not what the question is. There's that Nickel College word for you, obtuse. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out what happens with Mr. Ogles with regards to this. And if I'm mispronouncing your last name, my apologies. Okay, Andy, what's going to happen with you out of this one? Let's find out. 6 people killed in your district, and you're a leader of that district. What are you going to do? Let's find out. Self-explanatory there versus the work. And have I done enough work? Now, this is, assessing. So there's been a death in his district, and now he's assessing. I'm a little bit concerned that the assessment does involve pentacles, money, and do I have enough money? That let's move past that. Has he done enough work in his district to prevent this from happening? Okay, and has he done enough? On the lower energy, has he done enough to cover himself? In the past, Sun card. Okay, so we've got it. The truth is exposed. He's got his Christmas card. He's definitely on the record for being pro-gun and pro-assault rifle, pro-Second Amendment. And now that there have been a number of people killed in a school shooting in his district, he offers his thoughts and prayers. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do to stop this from happening again, if anything? Okay, so we're going to have a big action here. It's time for him to pull out the big stick. This is his moment to shine. So the opportunity, I look at the Ace of Wands as this is his opportunity. I was talking about life reviews and your come to Jesus moment and all that stuff. This is his big opportunity to do something that would cause God to smile, and his guardian angels and his spirits and spirit guides and everything like that to say, great job. But over it all is the Tower. Does that mean that he's going to have to tear down everything that he's built up? Or is he going to crumble in his decision? That's the overall energy. Whatever he does, excuse the term, he's screwed. Because if he suddenly becomes, anti-assault rifle, then, the NRA and such are going to abandon him. Although, I think he could probably skirt the line saying, hey, look at the position I'm in. If he really wanted to skirt the line on that one. But this is a Tower moment for him. It's coming down. Which side of the aisle is he coming down on? He is worried about his wealth and comfortable living. As well you should be. If you stand up for what is right, then your monetary wealth will suffer, but your spiritual wealth will grow. If you choose to not do anything with this opportunity, your monetary wealth will be maintained, but your spiritual garden will have wilted. What's the outcome? Four of Swords. Retreat. Not going to do anything. I don't think he's going to meditate on this. I think he's not going to do anything. He's just going to lie low and just let this go until a couple news cycles go through and people forget. And underneath this was his moment. This is his magician moment. This is his opportunity. This is like one of those big life events for him to manifest something good. And I don't think he's going to choose it. I think that by the looks of it, he's going to lie low and just let this pass. Okay, well, I'm not going to judge you. That's your life. That's your choice. You get all the benefits of it, but you also get all the consequences of it. I'd be way more concerned about my eternal soul than I would about the material comforts of this world. But that's just me. And I'm sure most of you watching this would agree, because you're probably rather spiritual people and you're decent. And the NRA is not paying any of us to be jerks. Okay, well, that's his choice, and I respect his choice. I'm just revolted by it and disgusted by it. It's not the choice I would make. Sorry, God. Okay, so anyways, for entertainment purposes only. Again, what do I know? I'm just some random dude on the internet throwing tarot cards. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he makes a choice that benefits society. He's in a position to do it, and he has the opportunity. We'll see what he does with it. Okay, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't, share it if you like, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Have a great night.